Hi everybody, I wanted to do a quick video about my snake enclosure. I built this for a carpet python who's about 1.5 years old and getting to about 5 feet long. Her previous aquarium was just a 40-gallon long tank, and it was not really suitable for her anymore, especially with the weight that she's been putting on recently. This enclosure, in contrast, is 4 feet long, 2 feet wide at its base, and about 18 inches tall, so it should last her for quite a bit longer. I'll go ahead and kind of talk a little bit about the outside of this tank first. It was actually used as a DNA extraction chamber, and I found it at my local university, so I did get very lucky and I didn't have to build the basic enclosure itself, although I did have to clean it really well because it was used to kill germs, and so it had antimicrobial UV lights that had to come out, and well as unknown chemicals on the laminate on the inside. So it got a good scrubbing and about a week of airing out before I even started installing anything else into it. As you can see, it does have kind of slanted front plexiglass doors. I actually really like this style. There are 2 doors there. It makes it really convenient for me to get into and open. My temperature setup is I just use a Reptitemp 500R thermostat. It's pretty much the cheapest thing on the market, and although a lot of people do complain that they're very touchy to set up because it doesn't have a digital readout, you can't set it to a specific temperature. Once you do get the temperature set up right, it works like a champ, and I've had no problems with it. And the fact that I don't have a snake rack and just a single enclosure to heat makes it a worthwhile endeavor for me. I also have the lights on the enclosure on a daylight timer. It is winter, so she currently is not getting a full 12-hour photo period, but it's mounted here on the wall so that as the daylight hours change, I'll be able to adjust accordingly. So just a quick overview of the enclosure. I haven't really figured out what I want to do for latches. It has a very narrow rim on here. The plexiglass pretty much covers it. So I haven't really decided how I'm going to do the latches. Currently I have like a little tab under there that I can attach this piece of string to, I guess you can call it. It works pretty well, but I'd like to get something a little bit more convenient in the future. So let's go ahead and just take a good look in there. What I have is I installed a vent in the back on the cold side. She has a shelf here. That shelf is removable. I've also inserted carpeting along it, and I have another set so that when this carpet gets soiled or dirty, I can just pull it out, throw it in the wash, and throw in a new set. She got her cold side hide, which I just repurpose plastic planter pots for. I think they're wonderful. She seems to love them quite a bit. I am using cypress mulch in this enclosure. I think it keeps the humidity up a little bit. If we go look at our humidity gauge back there, I believe it's hard to read, but I believe it's about 30% right now, so I should probably rehumidify this. I have a huge water dish for her, although I have to say, having a carpet python for 1.5 years, I've never ever seen her submerge herself in it. But it's just a basic casserole dish. I really like the heftiness of it, and also it is a little bit more shallow, so that it can add to the evaporative humidity in this enclosure. I do have a radiant heat panel in here, and it is hooked up to that thermostat, so I have the cord. It comes in up there, and then I have it running along the back of the radiant heat panel, and this is her basking shelf, so that's why I have the heat tab set up for that. This is her hot side hide. She is probably in there, yes, as you can see. It's a little big for her right now, but she'll have to grow into it because I wasn't able to find anything of intermediate size, and she's completely outgrown her last one. And then last but not least, I really made this entire enclosure with removable items because as carpet pythons, they tend to cling to things with that prehensile tail. So it's really nice to be able to have those removable perches and those removable shelves if I need to clean the enclosure or if I need to extract her. So this is pretty much my setup. I should also mention that I did install this substrate dam right here. It's pretty much about 1.5 inches tall, and I just used some molding that I found at the local hardware store. So pretty proud of it. This is my first build. Really kind of just looked at all of the other videos that I've seen out there on YouTube and other reptile forums, and then just did my own thing. So I hope you guys enjoy.